Hi, my name is Philip Robert Lawler. You can call me Robert, and thank you for joining me as I explain the dispositions of what a good teacher is. And I would like to share some of my dispositions that I believe I possess. Now, I believe that all students can learn, no matter their culture, language, or socioeconomic status. Also, I am knowledgeable on how to lead and collaborate, having a commitment to see that every student will be successful and doing whatever it takes to achieve that goal. From my background in working with teens and seeing varied culture and socioeconomic backgrounds myself, I can provide support for the student, parents, community, and help the students move towards their potential. And that was pretty much the first question. What dispositions do you possess that you think will be making a successful teacher? Secondly, the second question would be, what dispositions do you need to work on before you can enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? Well, having never taught in a classroom before this will be a new experience in and of itself. Although I have taught children in other settings, the disposition I would like to improve on is, I guess, teachers understand the effect of a community involvement and servant leadership as it applies to the welfare of others in the educational setting. Having worked in a civic park and recreation setting and in the ministry of youth, I understand the impact of community involvement, and being a servant and leader in that capacity I would like to see how it would impact in that educational setting. Now, as a teacher impacting in the community, the welfare of others, in my opinion, that can go both ways. What does a professional educator look like, and how do they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? All right. Well, a teacher is approachable and enthusiastic. Therefore, I feel that students can come to me with anything, with their concerns in the classroom, with what's going on at home. It's about building positive relationships with the students. Students need to feel safe and express their feelings, and they must learn to respect and listen to others. Now, all of this creates a welcoming sense of community where the student feels like they belong and they can share, which is all created by the teacher. Enthusiasm, passion, and caring is key to anyone wanting to listen to you in the first place. Students will not listen to someone teach a subject, by the way, who does not convey enthusiasm for that subject. Teachers must leave their bad days at the door, and the student should never have known that you had a bad day in the first place. We make the subject compelling and creative. Creativity drives interest as well in the form of lab tests, collaboration, field trips, incentives, all keeping the students from getting bored. Now, this involves a teacher devising and adapting learning plans and to the different learning styles of each individual student. Now, a good teacher must be a great communicator, to be respectful to the students in that they hold their own opinions concerning most everything. An educator could respectfully listen to those points of view and teach them to do the same to their peers in the classroom to ensure that everybody feels valued. Communication accounts as well to one of the peers in the profession of every teacher, so that we can learn from one another by sharing what works and what doesn't work in some situations. Communication with parents and the community is key, and open communication in this area, because it is extremely important for the development of the student. High expectations are set by the student, or set for all students by the educator. Now, the teacher knows that the student gives as little as is expected of them in most cases, so a goal has to be established there. And teacher, they learn as well as they inspire students with passion for education over what is being taught. A teacher constantly is learning new things like new technologies or teaching strategies, and they must be willing to share what they're learning with the students for the most part, because it's good to note that a teacher is flexible and he can switch plans when something is not working. Being professional in all areas is very important for a teacher, from the way the teacher dresses, acts, and being prepared and organized for the day, to how well he communicates when speaking to a student or fellow teacher, administrator, All this induces a respect that comes from doing a job well. But a good teacher has a good sense of humor as well, and he can laugh at himself, take risks, and be humble. You know, with all teachers do, it has been said that it is not for the money, and that may be true. But most all teachers would agree that they began their careers because they wanted to make a difference in a child's life. And one day, when asked why they were so successful, hopefully they can say with remembrance, you know, that it was my teacher, Mr. Lawler. He never gave up on me. Just being part of that makes the difference. My name is Philip Robert Lawler, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.